Correct. I'm here, Anil Singh, as a social entrepreneur, and for last 18 to 19 years, we have been working almost in 6,000 villages across Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal. And let me also share with you that these three particular states of northern eastern zone constitute almost 19% poverty of the entire country, because these regions are highly densely populated now, and therefore we as a social entrepreneurial team have always been trying to make a very deepening intervention. Now the product we have here, it is not only on non-farm sector, but we have a more and more a very in-depth kind of our intervention on agriculture farm sector. And why do we say agriculture? Because the fact that livelihood of the real masses of the people in these three states are primarily based on agriculture economy now. Now, over a period of 18 to 90 years, we have directly been connected to around 9,000 farmers, and 80% of them are small farmers, and rest of them are some kind of marginal farmers now. And therefore, we have a very long driven kind of our relationship and credential with these farmers. What these farmers are primarily facing is more of economics, because in terms of understanding the season, in terms of understanding the climate, in terms of understanding when to sow, when to cut, how to harvest, and what is the climatic condition, they have a wonderful grip now, because that is what they have already been doing as their prime occupation for centuries now. So agriculture, for these small farmer and marginal farmers, small holders of the farmers, are primarily their culture. There is a lifeline. It is not merely earning a livelihood, but it is more of their traditional wisdom. Out of that, they have developed a wonderful command over the basic information they require regarding the agriculture operation. But what exactly they have been facing is the marketing economics. And what do they face on marketing economics is how to have a very genuine, authenticated information to have access to input of the agriculture. Be it orchard or your floriculture or vegetables or medicinal aromatic plant or a different subsector value for agriculture operation now. Say for example, they do not have from where to have access to input. Either it be insecticide or pesticide or seed. Similarly, when some kind of disease happens with their crop, then ultimately how to have a control over it, because several things are being invented, but they do not have access to this. They don't have a knowledge. So what they require is immediate access to have hold of such information through which they can immediately start implementing on their crop on the ground, and thereby take a control of this kind of the risk now. The other one, what they require, home to sell, because by and large, the looking at the entire country, our Indian country is a intermediary, heavy economy now. Say everywhere you will go, you will find too many kind of the dealers, retailers, and wholesalers. Therefore, having no option left to them, our the farmers are at the base of our economy. They have to always rely on these middle market forces. So what we require as a social entrepreneur team with person like you with a fintech organization, to create some kind of avenues, to create some kind of very smooth and convenient channels through which they can have a genuine information, so that our farmers can have access to it and then adopt it, utilize it, and take a value addition in their own kind of economics now. And that is what they have been doing. Now coming back as our microfinance institution, in fact, once we have been working as a microfinance entity NBFC MFI, you see, we do lend to thousands of our farmers. And once we have been lending here, we also come across the similar kind of persisting gaps in terms of enhancing the economics of their operation now. So once we can have a fintech based on a very value chain based of information, particularly those information which are fitting into the need and necessities of the farmer, and thereby they can enhance their livelihood on agriculture, that would always carry a lot of ace and adding force.
Okay, thank you.